Alright, so, I know this news came out yesterday, but I was like, I'm too tired, I don't want to do another video. So I was basically like, you know what, I will combine both things of news together and kind of give my thoughts on it. So, yes, we're basically talking about some MCU news, and I thought it'd be kind of prudent kind of bring these two together, because they did come out roughly the same time, and now we're putting them together. I'm going to mesh them all together and kind of give my thoughts separately on both. And that is the news that not only is it official, I guess it's now official that we are getting a Sam Wilson Captain America movie, but we are also getting a character for Black Panther Wakanda Forever that we kind of knew was coming in Disney Plus, but now we know that she's making her appearance somewhere else first, then getting the spinoff. That's right, Riri Williams herself, Ironheart, is coming to the MCU via Black Panther 2. And what do I think of this? Now, most of you guys remember when Riri Williams first came on the scene, it really wasn't the best intro. I'm going to be real with you. Do I like Ironheart now? Yeah, totally, I like her now. But the problem was that Bendis tried to do what he did with Miles Morales in the early 2000s, and it worked for him. Like Miles got, everyone loved Miles right from the get-go. The problem was that Bendis tried to strike lightning twice with Riri, and the problem with that was it was coming off the heels of a really bad event no one liked, that he also wrote, and this is modern Bendis, who is not up to par as he used to be, as we all know. But Riri, thanks to other writers like Saladin Ahmed and Jim Zub and a lot of other writers, Ironheart has she's basically, Riri's come into her own as a great character. I love this character. I really dig this character. So we now know that we did know from, from a release from Disney that Riri was getting her own show. We kind of got that announcement along with Armor Wars, which I'm very excited for a MCU Armor Wars. That's the one thing I've kind of wanted. But yeah, Ironheart's really cool too. I really dig that character now. And I even did a video, giving my vocalization on this felt really bad. Like, this made no sense. And, like, it was just kind of just bad. It just came off of something bad off the heels, and Bendis was just not, this is not the same Bendis. And it really did feel like Bendis, like, trying to capture lightning twice after what he did with Miles. But that was the problem. But now, Riri is now in better hands, and now there's actually a following for her, and I'm happy for it. And the fact that she's going to be in Wakanda, make her appearance in Wakanda Forever, is really cool. She makes a lot of sense to show up there. And hang on, that sounded really bad. I don't mean because it's an all-black cast. I don't mean that. I mean, she's so technologically advanced, and she has hung out in Wakanda a lot, actually. She's done a lot of, like, time in, she's done a lot of time in Wakanda. And let's face it, her hanging out with Shuri is really cool. Like, that alone got me interested. Like, that was the first thing my mind went to when they announced Riri was going to be in Black Panther 2, was, oh, she and Shuri are going to be, like, BFFs. They're going to be, like, such good friends. So, having Shuri and Riri together is a really cool idea. That alone sold me. But yeah, this also makes a lot more sense that we're coming off the heels of something better, and Tony Stark's death is handled better. So Ironheart can actually, like, flow, Riri becoming Ironheart makes a lot more sense. Like, yeah, you may be thinking, oh, but Rhodey, unlike in Civil War II where Thanos killed Rhodey, yeah, Rhodey is still here. He could easily be Iron Man. He has been Iron Man. You know, if Sam can be Cap, why can't Rhodey be, Jim Rhodes be Iron Man? Because Jim has made it Rhodes has made it very clear he doesn't want to take on Tony's mantle. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to protect the legacy, not be Iron Man. And Riri is probably going to be like, no, I don't want to be Iron Man. I want to be my own person to honor Stark. You know, like what Bendis was trying to carry, but of course it's modern Bendis, so fucking Christ, man. But yeah, also, again, this makes more sense because, unlike with the problem, let's talk about the problem with Riri showing up and why it didn't flow well with Ironheart showing up after post Tony Stark's death in Civil War II. Because Tony wasn't really dead. They left it up in the air, and he was basically like an AI program, but he wasn't, and Civil War 2 was Civil War 2. Here, Endgame, it was a great ending. Tony Stark's not coming back, and he's inspired the world. He's basically inspired the world to basically be like, yeah, now you can, everyone's inspired by that, and Riri now has a real reason not to be like, oh, I can be, because originally in the comic, it was, oh, I want to be better than Tony Stark, and that was it. Like, that was the whole thing, is like, oh, I just want to be better than Tony Stark. I'm like, that's not how this works. Here, it makes more sense of, I want to be as good as Tony Stark, I want to carry on his legacy. That makes way more sense, and I'm way more welcoming of it. To have Riri be Ironheart. So that's really cool. There wasn't, like I said, I wanted to mix these two videos together because there wasn't really much for me to say outside of having them separate, so that's why I did it here. Anyway, so, the other set of news is something we've already talked about of the announcement for Captain America 4. Well, I guess it's now official because Anthony Mackie has signed on, like he's now officially signed on for Captain America 4. It's all being called Captain America 4, but we already know with MCU titles, they're gonna go with a little like parentheses or whatever that thing is, and then a subtitle to it. So what could it be? Like, what could you do with a fourth Captain America movie? Well, we still have Sharon Carter as the power broker, and there is the rumor that she could be a Skrull in disguise. There is also, John Walker. He's still out there, and it could be a Thunderbolts thing. But there are other things out there that Cap, that Sam Cap could easily face. One of those, and I'm going to throw this out here, is the Serpent Society. That's another major one. Or Zodiac. That's also another major power in just S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America's repertoire. There's also a few other Captain America villains that we haven't faced yet. Particular Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus is another major Captain America villain we haven't seen yet. And there's also a chance we could bring back Armin Zola, and we could do Dimension Z. But like how we're doing Armor Wars, but with Rhodey, we could do Dimension Z and have it be Sam trapped in Dimension Z by Armin Zola, who's now has the robot body. Like, you could have it with the robot body and the TV screen in the belly. Like, we could do that now. Like, that could be easily it, of having Captain America face Armin Zola as we know him and do the Dimension Z stuff. And remember, that Dimension Z stuff was in Rick Remender's run. Like, that was the kickoff point for everything Remender had, and then he did, that led to Sam Wilson being Captain America. Yeah, so that's what I'd really like to see. And maybe we could get Ian, Nomad in here, the kid from the Dimension Z, and have it that Sam takes him in and makes him like his new sidekick, because Bucky doesn't like the idea of sidekicks. So I could easily see it be like Sam taking in Ian, making him Nomad, and then them just getting out of Dimension Z, and now we have Captain America and Nomad, or something of that nature. Because again, Ian did work as Nomad as his sidekick in the comics. And again, I think it really would be cool to tie that together with all of Rick Remender. Because remember, it was Remender who did create and bring Sam Wilson to be Captain America, and Dimension Z was that kickoff point. So I think it'd be kind of cool to do that, to mix all of the Remender ideas together. But again, there are still a lot of stuff out there, like the Power Broker, Sharon Carter Power Broker. There's still, like, U.S. agents out there. There's also, like, a lot of other stuff, there's a lot of factors. And again, a lot of unknown factors, too. So, again, you still have the possibility of bringing in Zodiac, or the Serpent Society, or the Secret Empire. There actually was a Secret Empire. In fact, do not be shocked if they call this Captain America Secret Empire, and everyone just immediately wrenches. But knowing Marvel, like how well they did Civil War, maybe they can make a better version of that event like they did with the first Civil War. Just a thought. So who knows? Like, I guarantee you, like, I swear to God, if it is, like, if they call it Captain America's Secret Empire, everyone's gonna go, no, no, please, I stop the ride, I want to get off. So I'm all around excited for all of this. I'm especially excited to see Sam Wilson Captain America again. Hell, I even got excited to see Sam as Cap in a Hyundai commercial. Like, I literally was like, hey, Sam! More Sam Wilson content! That's how, like, I enjoyed Captain America and the Winter Soldier, was just, like, I was literally, like, watching a Hyundai commercial, and here comes Sam hitting some guy with a shield in a Hyundai commercial, and I'm like, yay! So I'm all for a whole fucking movie. And the fact that it is going to be the showrunners from Falcon and Winter Soldier that are doing this is good. Like, I really enjoy that. I'm really happy for that. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of not just the announcement for Captain America 4, but also the introduction of Ironheart in the MCU via Black Panther 2? Just comment, are you guys excited, are you guys not? And what kind of villains are you hoping to see for Captain America 4, or at least the story? And are you excited to see Riri here, and are hoping she's done justice in the show, I mean in the movie? But anyway, just comment below, let me know, and once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.